So with this new movie and this new movie, this new King Richard's movie, I don't like the movie because look at the difference in skin color here. Traditionally, we would like the depiction of the actor, Richard Williams. We would prefer that a dark-skinned black man depicts the character and takes on that role. But instead, we have Will Smith. I mean, he's a good actor. He is black, but the problem here is that they're not the same skin tone. That's the problem, and representation is very important. It's essential because it tells the story of how you're trying to promote the event, who you're trying to promote the event to, and it could inspire a lot of black people around the world, like black boys, like that are dark skinned. They're going to look up to Richard Williams because he was a positive example of how and a positive representation of how black men should act around the world, and having a more active role in their children's lives and all that, just positive affirmations. But the problem here is that Richard, King Richard's portrayal in the movie, he's not being portrayed as what he is. Like, it's not an accurate depiction of how everything went down, because you don't even have the decency to fucking use a dark skinned black male for the type for the movie. And that tells me that this movie shouldn't be celebrated, even though I like Richard Williams. We can't get over the fact that both his daughters married white dudes. So even though he did all this stuff and all this, he did all these great things for his daughters, they chose to, you know, metaphorically speaking, jump the fence and go to the other side where the grass is always greener, apparently, which is what always black women like to throw in our faces. But yeah, black women love to throw in our faces. Oh, well, I have a white man and he's treating me better than any black man that I have ever seen in my life. That's what Serena said in her recent videos. Like, she made a tweet where she said that Alexis Ohanian has treated her better than any black man she's ever dated. So that kind of speaks to Serena Williams' own inferiority complex. But then this movie, but going back to the movie, I mean, I think it's great that they're doing a movie to depict black men in a positive light, but they're not doing it the right way. So that's why I'm criticizing it. And anyways, like, I mean, Serena ended up marrying a white dude, and Venus ended up marrying a white dude. So you could say that Richard Williams failed as a father because his own children decided to go out, date out, which is not a bad thing. I'm not against interracial dating or whatever you want to call it. I'm really not against that per se. It's just that I feel I feel that you know given all of the work that Richard Williams did and put into his daughters, I thought they would be willing to marry a black man, but I guess it wasn't enough. Black women, I guess they have a really weird psyche. But um, yeah, it's really, really interesting to see. And I mean, I'm not gonna watch the movie. I don't think you guys should watch the movie either. It's not. Look, man. If you consider everything, why are they doing? Can I show you guys the trailer? Yeah, the problem is with Will Smith. You know, he's not dark enough because it's a problem. He's not dark enough here. He's too light skinned. He's really light skinned. He's lighter than me, right? Like I'm not like I'm not particularly I'm not particularly darker, but I mean even he's lighter than me, and I'm not light skinned. I'm darker, but the problem here is that he's not. Yeah, and also yeah, I mean it's a great thing that Richard Williams was able to do for his daughters and for his family. Like he apparently he had a full document that was going to explain and break down exactly what they were going to do with his what he was going to do with his daughters' lives. You know, how he was going to try and move it forward, which is a good thing. You know, he was definitely trying to give his daughters a chance at a better life, and he did accomplish that goal. You know, so I mean, Serena and Venus Williams have a lot to thank for their father. Like he definitely, you know, he was instrumental to making their career what it is today. And given all of that, I mean, I do believe that women, black women, or whatever, anyone has a right to choose. But I think that black women in particular tend to have a lot of self-hate issues with the hair problems. You know, they like to wear weaves. So the weaves are hair of different women's phenotypes, and you're trying to recreate that by trying to wear a wig of a woman that doesn't look like you. So that tells me that you don't like your own hair, and your hair is part of you. So that tells me you don't like yourself. So there's that problem right there. And then if you look at the whole thing with Serena Williams bleaching her skin and all these other things, like all these, you know, where there's smoke, there's fire. You know, there's constantly things coming out about Serena Williams that she's bleaching her skin. And what was the other thing that she did? She said that black men are like homeless dogs, and she said that no black man has ever treated her as good as Alexis Ohanian. So I mean, all these things considered, you know, it tells a story, and it tells the story that even though given Serena is definitely one of the greatest, if not the greatest, tennis player of all time, you know, you still got to look at her own personal choices. And you know, she did say, what did she say about homeless dogs? You know, she said, yeah, she said that she stopped dating black guys because a white man is the only real choice for a successful black female. So not even it's not even she didn't even mention any other type of race. She just mentioned white men. So that already tells me that she has an inferiority complex. Her father should have been a very good example for her, to tell her that you should never back down and you're capable of doing anything, and race is, you know, it's always going to matter because we're part of a racial power keg in the world. Anywhere you are, I mean, race is always a factor. Like even in dating, race is a factor. Getting a job, race is a factor. Education, race is a factor. Race will always be a factor. Always. You know, no matter what anyone tells you, it's going to be a factor. So yeah, I feel this movie is not a good movie because you're not giving Richard Williams the justice that he deserves in the movie. I know Will Smith is a great actor, but the problem here is that he's not dark skinned. We need dark skinned man. We need a dark skinned male to take the role here. We're not trying to get replaced. We don't want to get replaced by lighter skinned black men. That's just not gonna happen. So yeah, that's all I gotta say. And make sure to like, comment, and subscribe.